Hey guys, it's Tim from coinfi.com. So I'm going to show you an actual example of an ICO that people went into thinking that they've made 68% return, but in actual fact they've actually lost 5%. So the details in this example are going to be in the middle of the video. So this is a video just showing you guys how to do some interesting analysis on Etherdelta on some of the ICOs that you may have participated in, and you want to analyze and have some tools available to you to detect and spot any funny activity, any funny trading activity going on, or in particular to actually look at which are real prices and which what we would call in our trading team phantom prices. So an interesting example that we've picked to look at is Cobinhood. So the Cobinhood ICO, depending on where you went in, if you went in on the early rounds with a 40% bonus, your entry price is about Cobinhood to Ether is 0.00017. So that's 0.0017. So if you look at where, most of us do, we'll go on Etherdelta, we'll look at the chart and we'll go, okay, looks like it's trading between 0.00, roughly 17 to 0.003. So it looks pretty good. I've almost doubled my money if my entry price is 0.0017. It's traded up to 0.0003. Now, what the interesting thing is, that's what most people would look at, and they'll also go to Crypto Compare, look at where the ICO, we're long at 0.0017. Okay, traded up to 0.33. Here it's kind of a couple of days, it's traded up to 0.0003 again. So it looks like on balance we should be okay, we've made money. Now, the interesting thing is, if you actually dig a little bit deeper, you'll notice in this particular ICO there's some funny price action. I'll show you what we mean. So our tools extract out all the trade data into a database, and then we'll perform some calculations which will screen out any interesting prices, and also to calculate what is the VWAP price, so the volume weighted average price, which is the actual real price that everyone should really be benchmarking at when they're trading ICOs on Etherdelta. So for the purpose of the video, we've downloaded it, exported out of the database into a spreadsheet manually so we can explain to you how all the calculations are done. So if you look at what we've done is we've split out the trade data on multiple days, so November 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you look on November 3 and 4, you'll notice that consistently it's traded up to 0.3. So theoretically, if we put an order at 0.003, we should have got hit and we should be able to sell our ICO at a profit. Now, what's really interesting, if you look at the individual trade data, we've highlighted the trades at 0.03, you'll notice something really funny going on. There's actually only 0.1 Cobinhood traded at that price at different times throughout the day. And if you actually add up all the volume traded at 0.003, that's only 1.8 Cobinhood, which is, not even $1 US. So it's really interesting that the prices are showing 0.003 here, but as you can tell, there's what we call no real volume traded. So you could have actually not sold at that price. So if you actually go in and calculate what is the volume weighted average price, which is actually a mathematical way of calculating what is really the average price that traded throughout the day, you see the VWAP is 0.0017, and it's really just a weighted average of the trade price. So I'll show you what it is. It's a trade price multiplied by the volume traded there. You add it all up down here, and then the VWAP is just a very simple calculation, and this is kind of like an industry standard calculation in equities, which will calculate basically the actual true average price. And it's basically the multiple divided by the number of coins. In this case, it's 0.017. So what you need to know is, on average, if you just put the order in, this is kind of the price you would expect to get on average throughout the day. So what's really interesting, if you look at Crypto Compare or Etherdelta, it looks like you've actually made money, but when you actually dig into the details and calculate, if you're long on the 40% bonus, you're long at 0.017. If you looked just on Etherdelta and Crypto Compare, it looks like you've made about 68%, but your actual real ROI, if you actually try to sell it, you're looking at actually minus 4.65%. So even if you went in on the early bonuses on this ICO, if you traded out on Etherdelta on November 4 to 7, 4 to 6, you actually would have lost money, which is interesting, because if you look at the chart, it's not obvious to that. So obviously in this case, someone's marking the price, artificially at 0.3 to, I guess, We can all have our own theories on who's doing that and why are they doing that. If you actually look at Cobinhood and you search Google Cobinhood Financial Times, you'll see an interesting article on how they gave away some of their bonuses early round. But what I'm trying to show here is you need to use some sophisticated tools to actually strip out any phantom trade data and actually get the real price that the coins are trading at, and to determine whether you've actually made or lost money. So if you want access to this tool, once it's available for beta, when we release it, go to coinfi.com. That's www.coin.fi.com, and sign up. And once this tool is released, we'll email it out to the beta testers.